What's up, guys? Justin here with Prime Landscaping here at one of our projects in Saddle River, New Jersey. As you can see, we already started working on it. I have some of my trucks and equipment here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a full project tour, tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing here and show you around. As you can see, I'm standing here on the driveway. This is an old apron with old style pavers. We're actually going to be replacing this right here as well. We're also going to be taking out this old school style wooden fence and installing a new mailbox. This property is kind of on a main road, as you can kind of see. So the homeowner wants a little bit more privacy. We're going to go ahead and in between the spaces, we're going to be installing some green giants arborvitaes just to create a little bit more privacy for the homeowners. So now let's go ahead and take a walk over to the front walkway and show you guys what we're doing here. And of course, portable toilet on every job site, especially for a job like this that's going to be taking upwards to 3 weeks. I want to make sure the guys have somewhere to go when they need to go. As you can see, we have a big pile of pavers here. We're actually waiting for the container to be delivered to the site so we can load everything into it. We actually demoed the back patio this morning that we're going to go ahead and show you soon. We're getting actually ready to lay pavers tomorrow. We're being very efficient today. Equipment is here. We're demoing this thing through, start laying pavers hopefully in the next few days. But we'll put this pile here in the front out the way. So when the container gets delivered, we load it right into the container and it's out of here. So right here we have the front walkway that's gonna be getting replaced. This is an old school, old style paver. We're gonna be redoing this entire front walkway with Cambridge Bluestone Blend pavers. We're also going to be replacing the bushes here and doing all new landscaping throughout the whole front of the property. New bushes such as boxwoods, hydrangeas, flowers, anything like that. It's going to look real nice, so stay tuned for that. So approaching the front of the house, as you can see, all these old pavers that are going to be getting replaced as well. We're going to be installing new plants on, the left side, the right side here. So this property, the homeowner is looking to completely revamp. This is everything that Prime Landscaping specializes in, so I'm really looking forward to completing this project. And this right here are yellow flags that are pretty much all the way from here to the street marking the gas line. I went ahead and called 811 for this project to have all the utilities marked. I do this for every project. For anybody doing excavation, that's very, very important to be mindful of this, because if you're in this area and you're excavating, you accidentally hit a gas line or any utility, it just creates a bigger problem for you and the homeowner. So you want to make this transition for the homeowners as smooth as possible. Getting over here to the back side of the property, as you could see, there's some retaining walls here. And just like the front, everything you see here is going to be getting replaced. This is going to be a complete revamp, a complete renovation. Looking forward to completing this for the homeowner. So coming over here to the back of the property, we're actually going to be replacing that patio over here. You can probably hear a machine going on in the background. I'm not gonna get too close to it. We're already here working. We're putting in a brand new patio here for the homeowners, overlooking the lake. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful project. Stay tuned for the end. What's up, guys? Justin here. We're back at the Saddle River project 3 weeks later. Yes, it's been 3 weeks. However, it's been raining a lot, so we haven't had that many working days as we would like, but we're here, we're making it happen. As you can see, we've completed here in the back area, but now we're on the front. You can see my trailers there, my excavator, and the container that I mentioned earlier on in the video is full, so we have to schedule that for pickup. The job is going very, very smooth. We're being very efficient, ordering material, coordinating deliveries, coordinating, container pickups and everything like that. So let me go ahead and show you guys around the project and tell you guys a little bit more about what we're doing. So as you can see here, in the early phase of it, it was demoed already because you move fast. But now, as you can see, we finished up the entire back patio. This is called Bluestone Blend. It's a 3-piece ledgestone paver from Cambridge with a 6x9 border going all the way around. This is a very beautiful color, actually one of my personal favorites. It gives you more of that natural feel, natural look. So it's truly a great product. But as you can see here, we completely demoed this entire area, took out the old stuff, pitched everything away from the house, as you always should. And yeah, this part of the project went very smooth, no major interferences. Even here with this deck structure, we were able to get the machine right up to the gate over there and dug all this fairly quickly. Moving on over here, there wasn't a walkway connecting the staircase from the deck to these steps before. So we went ahead and did that for the homeowners. And as you can see, we took out the old wall that was there before, which I was standing on the last video. So we're starting to see how much better the new stones are looking compared to the old stones that were here, the old material that was here. I want to go ahead and show you guys something. Even here in our corners, we go 45 degrees on all our corners, very, very detailed on our craftsmanship. And even up here on our walls, right? 45-degree corners all the way around. Wherever we can possibly put them, we're going to be as detailed as possible. So moving along towards the front of the house, as you can see here to my left, we had some sort of cardboard paper fabric covering the windows, because when we were demoing these steps right here, we didn't want any chips to fly over to the windows, and then you're out of money, right? Because you have to replace the window for the homeowner. So be very, very conscious of what's around you when you're doing a demo job, because you don't want to break a window like that or a glass door or anything like that. That's just going to cause more problems to the job site. So as you can see here, we're doing a 4-foot walkway, and in all of our corners, as I mentioned before, we do a 45-degree cut here, and even on our caps, as you can see right there. Moving towards the front, this right here used to be like a 3-foot walkway. It was a small walkway with old material. We went ahead and, replaced it. We're using the same material all around the entire property. It's a bluestone blend from Cambridge, like I said. And very, very important to be conscious of the lines, right? Like the 4-foot space that we have here is exactly lined up with the 4-foot space that's over there. That's called lines of force. So that's something we also pay attention to when doing jobs. We pay attention to lines of force for the caps and the walls, everything to line up with windows, doors, whatever it is. So it's very important you guys pay attention to that, because you do a set of steps here, and then that set of steps is a foot over to the left. There was no need for that. If you would have just took string lines and put it where it needs to be, it would look a lot better. So moving on to the front, as you can see here, the walkway is continued. We brought this wall up here to meet the elevation for this walkway. Again, a 4-foot walkway. We still need to add our borders, and probably gonna do a slight curve over here just to, give it some pop. We've been doing a lot of squares everywhere, a lot of corners. So as you can see, we have our equipment here on site. It makes the job easier and faster for the customer. And yeah, ultimately easier for us, right? Because we're able to bring all the material as close as we can to the working area, and there's not a lot of back and forth, right? I highly recommend, if you're in this industry, invest in the right equipment. So moving on to the front, as I mentioned before, we're gonna be installing green giants, arborvitaes, all across the front in between the spaces. So like right here, we have to add a few right there, just to kind of fill it in, add a little bit more privacy for the homeowner. And as mentioned before, we've been getting a lot of storms, a lot of rain. So we're gonna be cleaning up all these branches here for the homeowners, and installing some new plants in the bed areas that we went over. We're gonna be doing a lot more colorful plants, hydrangeas, boxwoods, flowers, all that stuff. So moving on here towards the front, as you can see, we actually kind of tore up the front of the yard, but that is also included in our bid to fix this and obviously bring this lawn to a green, full, lush lawn. Also, another tip for when you're doing projects like this, when you're doing steps, walls, anything like that, that stuff has to go first. As you can see, we put in these steps, and now we're going to be going ahead and installing all the pavers. The walls or wall block always has to go first, because that's going to be what determines all your levels, right? You need to make sure that all the spaces on the steps are evenly spaced out all the way across from the bottom to the top. So this is going to be an 8-inch rise from the bottom to the top, and then we're coming up as close as we can to the door, so when they come out the door, there isn't a major step. So that's also very important when you guys are doing projects. Be very conscious of these things. You want the project, you want the quality of this to be super high. You want to raise the bar, right? So always pay attention to that. And as you can see, project's coming out great so far. We've been doing a great job, been working on this for a couple days. Moving along through this forest. As mentioned, we get the wall material as close as we can to the working area,
And like when we were standing over there, I am now back here where my trailer is. You know, if you can see how convenient this is, all of our tools are in here as close as we can to the working area. Over there, we're laying pavers. Pavers are close to the working area. Here, we're laying wall block. We're installing steps right here. So as mentioned, again, super close to the working area as well. Properties like this and jobs like this are super, super efficient, especially when you have equipment, because you just can make things happen a lot faster, a lot smoother than you would if you didn't have the right tools or the right equipment. So again, big branding, Prime Landscaping, white trailer. Very, very simple branding. Like I like to tell everybody who does get into this type of business or is marketing for anything, keep it simple. Prime Landscaping. Now you know what we do, you know what we're called, and then here's our phone number, and that's where you reach us, right? So no need for you to have a 500-word essay on the side stating what you do. Nobody's gonna read that. It's especially when you're driving, it's hard to read. I mean, this right here is a main road, right? We can catch somebody for maybe a split second, and all they're gonna see is Prime Landscaping. They're not even gonna be able to see the phone number, right? But they could Google us, they could look us up, and they'll be able to find us. But if they do decide to stop, our phone number is there, and then they could reach us that way as well. Very, very important branding, simple, less is more, and I highly recommend you guys brand all of your equipment or trailers, whatever you could do, and make the colors contrast very well. As you can see, this is, you know, black lettering on a white trailer. So it's very easy to read. So here, my excavator is still on site, even though this guy is kind of pretty much done working. We can actually start bringing this excavator back to the job, back to the yard, and cleaning it up, servicing it, getting it ready for the next job. But as of right now, it's not really in the way. So as you can see here, I have my truck, my trailer, branded as well. I have, you know, my car here, portable toilet in the back. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's very important to be as organized and as clean as possible on a job site. And as mentioned before, we're also going to be installing pavers here on this driveway apron. We haven't got to that part yet. However, when we do get to that part, we have to understand that we have to move very quickly, because that is the only way in and out of this driveway, right? So it's something that I'm very conscious about, and that I understand that when we start this, it has to be start to finish in the same day. So for a job like that, I'm gonna make sure the material that I need for it is gonna be on site. The container for all the old stuff is gonna be on site, and all the pavers, rocks, everything that I need is gonna be here on site. So very happy about how this job is going so far. It's really turning out great. No major issues or anything that's come up in our way so far. I like to say so far because, you know, things do come up. This is construction, and that's just part of the game, right? But this project has gone very smoothly so far, very efficient. This project is going to turn out great for the customer. They're going to be very happy. So far, they're very happy, they're impressed, and we're just excited to finish it. So guys, that wraps up this project overview here in Saddle River, New Jersey. If you're in the New York, New Jersey area and you're looking to do something like this, please don't hesitate to reach out. All of our contact information is going to be down below, and I will catch you guys on the next one.